Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So for today's video, as promised, I'm going to be running through the 9 things that I do every single Sunday in order to kind of prep for the week ahead. So I've found since implementing these 9 things into my Sunday routine, my productivity has increased throughout the week and my stress levels have really decreased, which is obviously so important. So I really hope this helps you in some way, shape or form, even if it's just one thing that I do on a Sunday. And let's just jump right in. So one of the first things that I actually do on a Sunday is I go through all of my email accounts, and I actually have 3. So I go through all 3 inboxes. I have one that's personal, I have one that is my full-time job, and I also have one which is for OLS Planners, my planner business. So with each email that you go through, you can do one of 4 things, and this is what I do. So you either want to action it, you want to delegate it, so if it needs to go to someone else or you need to forward it on, do that. If you need to save it, like so say for example you have something which has important information but you don't need it right now, and you either need to refer to it in the future or you need to action it in the future, just save it into a folder. And then if an email doesn't come under any of those 3 categories and it's just not really relevant to you, just delete it. So those are the 4 things. You either want to action it, delegate it, save it, or delete. So by doing this, it actually makes it a lot easier on a Monday morning by not being so overwhelmed by hundreds of emails. And it just helps you keep a nice, tidy, organised inbox, which is exactly what you want. So another thing that I like to do on a Sunday is I like to plan and prep all of my kind of social media content for the week. So this primarily includes my TikTok account, my YouTube channel, and also my business Instagram account for OLS Planners. So what I'll do on a Sunday is I'll make print-offs for each of the platforms, and then I'll just quickly kind of jot down any ideas or things that I want to cover, things that I want to talk about, etc. So once I have all of the ideas down, I'll actually go in and I'll make a hard copy of it so that I've got something to refer back to during the week. And another thing that I do for the OLS planners is I will actually create all of the content or go on Pinterest and save things that I want to use. I'll save them into a folder. So I do try and post 3 times a day. Obviously sometimes life gets in the way, there's nothing you can do about it, but I am going to try and be really good with OLS Planners Instagram account in the future. So I will try and post 3 times a day. I want to post like a kind of home office inspo kind of picture from Pinterest. I'd like to post a motivational quote, and then I'd like to create some kind of educational content. So what are 5 things that the most successful people do? What do they implement into their routine? Or why is it so important to create a vision board? Or why is it so important to create this, that, or whatever? So I will actually go in and I'll create all of those. I usually, for those kind of things, I create them on PowerPoint and then I just convert them over to a PNG or a JPEG. I'll transfer them over onto my phone so that I can just upload them during the week. And I also have scheduled times throughout the day when I do post on the platforms, so I try and stick to that as best as I can. And rather than doing this like a little bit every single day, especially with a business account, it just kind of helps you to just get it out of the way. You've got content for the week, you've taken an hour out of your Sunday to kind of prep all of this and kind of jot down exactly what you want to cover. You know which days are scheduled for what. And it just helps rather than doing it like a bit every day. It's just better to just get it out of the way with. And this also encourages you to be a bit more active on your social media account. So if you are wanting to grow your business account on Instagram or start a YouTube channel or grow your TikTok account, this is really good, just so you can actually plan and prep in advance, and so you're not kind of sitting there each and every day thinking, oh, what should I post today? Because you've already done it, you've done it on a Sunday, and if there's any ideas that you get throughout the week, obviously you can change that schedule or you can just jot it down in a notepad, which is exactly what I do, and I'll be sure to include it in next week's. But obviously with TikTok and stuff, you've got like trends, so they're more likely to change. So this next thing is not something that I only do on a Sunday, it's something that I do every day, and honestly since doing this it has really changed my life, and I would definitely, if there's one thing that you take from this video, it would definitely be this. And this is going to be planning and scheduling the following day, the day before. So what I do on a Sunday is I will sit there and I'll think, right, what are my priorities tomorrow? What can I fit into the day? Am I seeing anyone tomorrow? So for example, I know I wake up every day at 5 a.m. and I am working from 8 till 4, so obviously that time is blocked out for my full-time job, and it's just kind of making sure that you're getting through everything that you want to get through in that day. And this also includes planning an outfit for the next day. So I'll look and see, right, what have I actually got in my diary tomorrow? Say for example, at my full-time job, I have a meeting with all of the directors, or I'm on a global webinar. I'll obviously make sure that I look a little bit nicer. So don't get me wrong, I don't wear makeup every single day, especially with working from home during the pandemic, etc. But if there is something important that I'm doing the next day that I kind of need to look professional, I will definitely make sure that I'm scheduling an outfit that corresponds with that. But obviously, if you're just going to spend the day kind of at home doing chores, or you're having a movie day with your friends, obviously you don't have to dress up in complete work attire. By doing this has helped me really prioritise my tasks and my to-do list, and it also helps me not feel so overwhelmed the next day when I wake up and I haven't got a clue what I'm doing because I haven't scheduled anything in my calendar. So this next step is going to be all about reflecting and seeing how you can improve, and also goal setting. So every Sunday I will have a look and see what went well this week, what didn't go as well, how can I improve for the following week. And I will also jot down all of my goals for the following week as well. I'm going to actually make a YouTube video completely on goal setting, because there's so much that actually goes into when I actually set my own goals, because there's so many categories, and I feel like it's so important to try and capture as many of those categories as you can, because you're literally kind of setting goals for every single aspect of your life, which is so important. So yeah, I actually have printouts already made for me and my goal setting, and kind of reflecting on the previous week, like what have I accomplished, what haven't I accomplished, how can I improve the next week, etc. So this next thing is going to be all about reading, and I love reading. I think it's so important, especially for like self-care, etc. and just learning and making sure that even though I've left school and left college, I'm still actively trying to learn. One of my goals next year is actually to read 52 books. I read a study once and it says that the average entrepreneur reads 52 books each year. I have been trying to implement that into my routine within the last few weeks, so I always make sure that I schedule in time each day to actually read my book. So I actually have a reading list for next year and for the end of this year, so I will take a look at my reading list and I'll kind of see, right, which books do I want to read next, if it's not already scheduled out for me, and I will make sure that I download that onto my Kindle so it's all ready for me to read either the following day or that night. So the next thing that I make sure that I do every Sunday is do a kind of deep clean of my room. But I will say that I do tidy and organise my room every single day. So I'll do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and I'll also like clean as and when needed. But usually Sundays are when I actually go in and deep clean my room. So I'll clean my bedding, I'll wash my windows, just make sure that my room is really clean and organised and tidy, all ready for the next day. I do believe in the saying, a clean space equals a happy mind, and I also find that it really does reduce kind of stress and feeling disorganised in the morning because everything's been taken care of the night before, and it's just a great way to keep on top of the actual deep cleaning of your bedroom, to just do it once a week, cleaning and tidying as and when needed. Like as I said, I do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and that helps to keep on top of it. But actually doing a deep clean once a week is really good for you. And I also find that if I do that on a Sunday, I have such a good night's sleep as well, because I know everything's been taken care of. So this next one actually goes hand in hand with me cleaning my bedroom, but I will also make sure that I clean all of my makeup brushes on a Sunday as well. So any tools that I use that need to be cleaned, I'll do them on a Sunday. I don't actually know whether you're meant to clean them every week, or some people say every time that you use them, but I honestly don't have the time, so I just stick to a Sunday. and then I'll just leave them on the side to dry. I put them on my windowsill to dry, but I'll just leave them on there ready to dry, and if I'm not doing anything that day then they'll be dry by the evening. If not, I'll just leave them to dry overnight so that they're all nice and fresh for the next morning. So this next one is so important, and I always make sure that I schedule in time, not just on a Sunday but every single day to do this, and that is make sure that you put in some time for self-care. So this could be reading a book, taking a bath, doing a face mask, anything that makes you feel good. Make sure that you put in time to do it, because at the end of the day, Sundays I feel are time to just wind down and just prepare for the week ahead. That doesn't just mean organising your emails or cleaning your room. It also means making sure that your mind is all prepped for the next week and that you don't feel so stressed and overwhelmed, and actually taking time, not just on a Sunday but every single day, to do something that you love to make you feel de-stressed actually can reduce anxiety and just make you feel a lot better about yourself, because you're feeling like you actually have time to do the things that you love. But I honestly feel like self-care is so important, and that you need to schedule time in each and every day to do the things that you love to make you feel better, and you will honestly thank yourself for it. So that brings us on to my final point, which is going to be ensuring that you get a good night's sleep. So around 7 to 8 hours. So I wake up every day at 5 a.m. So I usually go to sleep between the hours of 9 and 10, but I aim to be in bed by 8 o'clock. That just gives me time to wind down, read my Kindle. At the end of the day, sleep is so important, and it has so many benefits to it, but the main ones are it definitely increases your productivity, and it definitely ensures that you are in a better mood the next day. So I would 100% recommend making sure that you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Whilst I was in college and I was working part-time, over Christmas I would get home about 11:30, not go to sleep until about 12, and then I'd be up again in the morning at about 6 a.m. getting ready for college. So definitely so important to get a good night's rest. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope these kind of tips or tricks kind of helped you in any way, shape or form. If you have anything else that you kind of want to add to this, that you implement into your Sunday routine, leave a comment down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you.